Welcome back, everyone. So we're very lucky to be joined by International Master and International Director, Malcolm Pein. Thanks for coming along, Malcolm.
Oh, thanks for having me. It's great to be here. Brilliant venue, actually, for the British Championships. Any British Championships that has its own pret-a-manger gets my vote. I mean, it's
Were you here for the last one that was at Royal University?
No, I wasn't here, so this is my first time seeing a British here.
Yeah, so it's quite a good venue. It's actually my old university as well. So, yeah, been here over the decades. So I just, before we sort of get into the games, I know you're quite involved in all the international stuff. Maybe we could talk a bit about the upcoming Olympiad.
Sure.
So could you maybe explain where it is and who's going and how that was all decided?
So it's going to be in Samarkand in Uzbekistan, a very historic city on the old Silk Road. Uzbekistan, of course, is now a massive force in world chess. They won the Olympiad. In 2022, they've got obviously Sindarov, the World Chess Championship challenger, is from Uzbekistan, the winner of the London Chess Classic and Vaikunze. Nodibek Abdusattorov is from Uzbekistan. They put in millions of dollars into chess every year, and it's yielding results. And I guess Uzbekistan will be one of the favourites, as will India and probably the USA. Bit difficult to look beyond that for a winner, though.
Sure.
I suspect.
What about China? Are China any good?
Yeah, I mean, China are always a threat. But my sense of it is that they're not quite as strong as perhaps they used to be. You know, they had a time when they had 5 really super top class players. Sure. Now I don't know. I'm not sure if Ni Hua's in the squad, but he's obviously been there for a long time. Sure. And they've also lost Zhu Jinchao, who's American now.
Okay.
Went on that funny run without losing 50. Went on a 58-game unbeaten run in the States recently. I mean, they've still got plenty of super strong players, you know. I mean, and with Wei Yi on top board, I guess they'll definitely be a threat. But I just think the other 3 maybe have got a bit stronger than they are. By the way, I saw Wei Yi a few days ago. Yeah, I went to the Esports World Cup in Paris. The last chance qualifier, and he was there. Yeah. And he breezed through his group, of course.
He was playing chess, I presume.
He was.
Yeah, no other mind sports.
Yeah, he won easily. But it was amazing to be a part of this, by the way. This is something that Chess World needs to pay a bit more attention to, esports. I mean, it was held in this exhibition centre in the Porte de Versailles in Paris, which is the biggest exhibition centre I've ever seen. I mean, it seems to me that it dwarfs both XL and the NEC. It just seemed huge. It seemed to go on forever. I mean, I might be wrong. It was just the impression I gave. And it was just full of different esports. The chess players they had this bank of I'd say about 100 tables. Sure. And you had your own kind of esports chair, your own mouse, your own computer, and you played someone else in the room.
Is there quite money in esports, do you think? Is that what?
Yeah, I mean, the prize fund of the esports competitions is absolutely massive.
That's good, isn't it? Maybe that's the way to go.
I mean, there was 50,000, I think, on this last chance qualifier.
Wow, okay.
And a lot of strong people turned up. Magzudlu turned up. Peter Lecko just randomly walked in. Sure. You know, I mean, I played and obviously lost to Eric Hansen and Luke Van Welly. Okay. So it was actually a really good experience.
A lot of good players.
Yeah.
And what about the England team at the Olympiad? So there's a little bit of debate whether Shreya should have been in the team or not, and I know that's a bit controversial because obviously a lot of other players deserve chances too.
Obviously, we made this decision back in around April time or something, and Shreya's was in a bit of a trough, and we thought generally in a little bit of a rut, and Daniel had some extremely good results. Good results. And our sense of it was that if we were going to give Daniel a tryout now, ever, it was now. Sure. And he was a bit unlucky not to maybe be in previously, wasn't he? Yeah, absolutely. You know, he was definitely under consideration, I'd say, for the last 3 Olympiads. Yeah. And so we just felt that the time was right. We also thought that we kind of wanted to generate a reaction from Shreya's. In some ways. And I think, you know, I wouldn't like to claim the credit for it, but, you know, his form has massively improved. Sure. You know, these two things could just be entirely coincidental, and I'm just delighted in any event. And also the other thing to remember about the England team is, you know, the core of it's getting older.
I mean, there might be a complete change of the guards.
Don't be surprised if the team for 2028 Abu Dhabi looks completely different.
Sure.
Don't be remotely surprised by it.
Yeah, because I guess a lot of the players are getting older, aren't they? Michael Adams getting older, Luke McShane's getting older, and you've got these phenomenal young players coming through.
That's right.
Super Tit and Botano and a few others as well.
That's right. So, you might see a completely different team
Sure.
in Abu Dhabi.
Maybe we can have a quick look at this game. So this is actually a game of Botano's. Did you see
Yes.
her game against Amit Ghazi earlier in the tournament?
Of course, I put it in the Daily Telegraph. What a wonderful game.
Yeah.
It really was. What I think, for Botano, I was talking about it to her father, who's obviously gets very tense, as all chess parents do. I know, I am one. But she really needed a win in this game because she's level, apparently, according to Dad, with Trisha.
Trisha's on 4.5 as well. Actually, we didn't look at Trisha's game yet. We'll have to look at that.
The point is, if you're trying to win with black, then the Slav defense is not really the ideal thing, because you can get into this exchange Slav and it's very difficult to generate winning chances. So I said next time just inspire her with the incredible game Saruwan Believsky.
But she did win from a symmetrical position against Amit, though.
Indeed.
Symmetrical kind of Fianchetto Grunfeld, so she can win from those positions.
She can, and who knows what might happen. It's still at an early stage, but
so what was the incredible game, Saruwan Believsky?
It's an exchange Slav in which black answers bishop b5 on move 8 instead of knight e5 on move 8 in this game with knight d7, then plays bishop e7, g5, h5. It's worth looking up on the database. One of the most astonishing games. Go in my anthology anyway of great games every time.
That's maybe we can just look at that. That's actually one of the sort of standard plans, isn't it? So, so just going through from the start, the idea of instead of white playing knight e5,
bishop
b5, knight d7, and then presumably castles or something.
And black went bishop e7, and white played some move like rook c1.
It's just based on move, yeah.
Yeah, and then g5 came.
Exactly, and
and h5, h3.
Get some
I think I can more or less remember it actually. G4.
Okay.
It might be slightly wrong. Take, knight e5.
Yeah.
And then something like knight takes, knight d7 takes, I guess. Bishop takes, f6. Bishop g3, king f7. And black went rook h5 and queen h8, and the game was up for white.
Okay, well, yeah.
It's really quite dramatic.
You can get quite fast attacks, definitely.
Yeah, I think it was played in one of these World Cup games in the 80s or 90s. Yeah, wonderful game.
And in Botano's game, she didn't get this exact line, did she? She's, I'm going to check which board she's on again. I've lost her now. But she was maybe a little bit worse at the opening. I think her opponent had some
He had a very clear edge, and he was also playing exceedingly quickly.
I'll just go back to the actual game of my list. So, is this the? I don't know how. This is it. I'll just quickly play through the game again quickly. And the last we saw, black play this move a5.
I think that's an excellent move in practice, because black can sit there, take on f4, but white's going to go rook c5, rook c1, b5, a4. It's just a very unpleasant position to defend, and you can sit there and try and swap the rooks off on the c file and try and make a draw, or you can go for it. And the thing about a5 is it gives white a really tricky decision. Has he got the guts to go b5 and allow bishop takes a3? Because b5 is the right move, I suspect.
I think b5 was the right move. Yeah. He actually played f3.
Okay, or we could maybe still b5 is possible after f3.
No,
okay.
He missed his chance.
Right, because now the strange thing is that very often when you've got a 2v1, it's really good having a pawn majority. When you've got a 1v0, it can be attacked.
Sure.
So it kind of transforms the position. So my instinct would be that this position actually suddenly isn't too bad for black.
I mean, black might end up getting the advantage.
Black could be better. You can see some scenario where the pawn drops off and black has 5v4 trying to win. So Bodana's chances have definitely improved.
So if he played b5, the white would probably take the pawn.
You probly just go b6, do you here? Just get on with it. Or do you play bishop c7 first, maybe? Yeah.
You have to worry about your rook on c1, don't you? What do you do about this rook?
I was sort of thinking of maybe
queen d7.
I was thinking of maybe letting it go, or just go
play b6 now.
Yeah, I mean, this just looks really dangerous.
Computer likes this. Computer likes this.
Does the computer like this? Good. My intuition. Here. I still have my intuition.
The evaluations here. The computer likes it.
Right. Yeah, I still have my intuition.
So actually, white has to be quite brave to play this way.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why I mean, in practice, a5 was a great move.
Sure.
Because it's saying to white, Do you think you're hard enough? Basically, and it's not that easy to judge these kind of positions. I mean, I think the only reason I judge them is I've seen them 100 times before.
Sure.
But if you're suddenly confronted with it in a practical game, it gives you a hell of a lot to think about.
It looks like the computer seems to think, well, it's a lot better, but based on evaluation.
Just to ask a question, why do you say you've seen 100 times before? Do you play the Slav or do you play the exchange style?
No, but I mean, a position where both your bishops control the queen side, nearly all of the squares, you intuitively would immediately look at just freeing your pawn.
So you said something quite instructive about the pawns. Why did you never become a GM? Because you seem to have so much knowledge. You should have become a GM, right?
So I don't think it's an exaggeration to say that I have.
Repeat the question. Grandmaster Danny O'Malley is asking, why is Malcolm Pein not a grandmaster?
The answer is very simple. I think that my positional understanding is at the level of a weak grandmaster, but my nervous system is at the level of about a 2000 player.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's why I never. I mean, my life is littered with glorious failure. Yeah. On the chessboard. So. But if you ask me to assess or understand a position, I can talk to anyone about it.
Someone in the chat's asked you about your new shop. Your shop's moved location, has it?
We actually signed a lease last week.
Okay.
So it will be at number 38 Great Portland Street, which is 1 minute from Oxford Street Station.
Okay,
so it's very central.
Very
so
good.
Everyone can get there, yeah.
That's good. And are you also involved in the upcoming FIDE election as well, I understand? Is that right?
I'm standing for the FIDE deputy presidency. So I did say in the magazine that I was thinking of standing for president, just to basically be a non-Russian alternative.
Sure.
But I don't have the resource really to run a campaign.
Is it a 2-horse race?
No, I'd say it's a 3-horse race. I'd say we're also in it.
Oh, wow. You're the third horse. I didn't realize that.
There are two.
Who are the main contenders?
So the main contender was the incumbent president, Arkady Dvorkovich, who was the deputy prime minister of Russia when Russia invaded Crimea back in 2014. He's been president since for 8 years. When he became president, he said he was going to introduce term limits. And then he changed his mind and said, actually, I'd like to carry on being president forever. However, he was sanctioned by the European Union a few weeks ago. So that's quite a serious event in anyone's life. Your bank accounts can be seized. You can be subject to travel bans.
Sure.
And the reason he was sanctioned, you can read the European Union documents, but essentially it was support for the invasion of Ukraine and public support for it.
Sure.
And I actually like Arkady. I have an excellent relationship with him. He's an extremely nice guy, but politically he's unacceptable. And so he had to resign from being FIDE president. I think it's a massive humiliation for our sport that our last 2 FIDE presidents have both been sanctioned.
Sure.
I mean, this is how do you approach commercial sponsors in an environment like this?
I guess you want someone who's squeaky clean, don't you?
You want someone who's squeaky clean, or at least not sanctioned. I mean, this is what I'm saying in my election campaigns. That I got a cryptic text message a couple of months ago, and I went to a meeting in Frankfurt Airport, and there was Jan-Henrik Buttner, who is the guy who raised $26 million for freestyle chess.
Sure, yeah, he raised a lot of money, didn't he?
He did.
Did he put it in himself, or did he get it from other people?
He put a bit of money in himself, but he raised it actually from various investment funds. And this is a guy who's made, I don't know precisely how much, but high hundreds of millions or billions. He was involved in telecoms at the very beginning. He created AOL in Europe. He's a man with a serious business track record, and he's not Russian. He's not going to get sanctioned. He's got ideas. He's got energy, and he's someone who I would entrust FIDE to. So I agreed to join him.
Just to ask a question, is there a danger though that you can't win if you're like a genuine uncorrupt candidate?
Correct. It is extremely difficult to win a FIDE election if you simply say, no, I'm not bribing anyone. Yeah. Which is what we're saying. What we're saying to everyone is there is no bribe money from us. There are no incentives. We're not going to announce in advance who's getting which job, apart from the FIDE council, because you have to nominate people there. And we're saying, look, if somebody comes along and bribes you, take the money, just vote for us.
So these smaller countries, so every country has one vote, don't they?
That is a big weakness of it. So, for example, there are countries with no FIDE-rated players who have one vote. India, with hundreds of thousands or tens of thousands FIDE-rated, but millions of people playing chess, has one vote.
Sure.
The US has one vote. England has one vote. So it's a system that is susceptible to being corrupted, I would say.
Okay.
And my experience of the recent elections for the European Chess Union and the African Chess Union only further confirmed my view. I'd rather not provide details in public, but they further confirm my view. So Danny's point is right. It's extremely difficult to win as a clean candidate, but on the other hand, we're just discovering interesting things about Timur Turlov, who replaced Arkady Dvorkovich on the ticket, and he's under some pressure now. So we'll see. I mean, for me, it's FIDE's last chance, essentially, to cleanse itself. A bit like FIFA, actually.
Yeah, FIFA have been in the news recently, haven't they?
So it's
some money.
Long-standing incumbents and small countries having a lot of rather more influence than they should. There are certain parallels. Although I would say, funnily enough, that with FIFA, the parallel is more about Campo, the Campomanes, when he was unseated, rather than what we're seeing now. But it's still interesting. But yeah, it's I'm enjoying the campaign.
Do you think you've got a reasonable chance? Or
I think we have a chance. I mean, we've spoken to about 110 of the 203 delegates so far.
Okay, well, good luck.
And we'll keep going.
With that anyway.
But back to the chess,
Yeah, so
King E2.
So
okay.
this is a game. Yeah. I mean, presumably you've been following all of the games, have you? And Harry Grieve's been playing very well this tournament. He's been up there. He did 2 good draws the last 2 games, black against Streyas and black against Michael Adams. And I guess it's a game he probably wanted to try and win, but it's quite a double-edged position.
I think with Harry, what you always have to look at, the first thing to look at is the clock time.
Sure.
Because I would say Harry is the best prepared player in the UK.
He seems to be well prepared. We've noticed with his games, he tends to play very well in the opening with his preparation. Then he seems to lose control a bit, and then he almost has a second wind.
He comes back. Yeah. Yes, yes, that's right.
That's happened in a few of his games.
Yeah, I was a bit surprised by knight d5, by the way. I didn't understand why he didn't go queen g4. I mean, you have a position where both kings are vulnerable. Surely you want to activate your queen, don't you? I mean, it wouldn't. I don't know. Was that a reasonable move?
You want to try and castle.
You can see the bar going up a bit.
Because I think one thing as well, the queen pressuring d6 was quite a useful way of slowing down this bishop h4 move.
Sure.
So I think that might be one of the downsides behind playing knight d5 is you lose a bit of pressure on d6, but it's still a very complicated position. I'm not even really sure what black would play here.
Apparently the top move is g5.
So but the top move is g5
really?
For black.
g5.
Looks a bit weird, right?
That's strange. You see, it's one of these things, isn't it? That the computer might think that this position is better for black because the best move is g5, but how many humans are going to think of that?
No.
I mean, in terms of white, I mean, for both sides, I mean, with white, where are you going to put the king? This is my main concern.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things I was worried about, by the way, was getting hit in the...
Oh, sorry.
He's played it.
Played it, okay.
Oh, what a lad. I mean, I was a little bit worried, by the way, here, Nick, of b4 and bishop b5 check. Sure. And getting caught in a kind of a crossfire. I was getting quite nervous about that.
Possible idea of b4 and trying to play, which is also not too bad. The bishop b5, but yeah, g5 maybe first just to
stabilise it.
Yeah, shore up the king side. He's actually played the best move.
Wow.
So Peter Robertson obviously tied for first last year. You never know, he might be able to be tied again this year. He'll be certainly in contention anyway. So now Harry's got to find a good move now as well, doesn't he? I almost feel like my king's in the way now. I want to play queen h5 check. But...
I think, I don't know, maybe, I mean, what is white's worst piece? A rook on a1 and the knight on b3. I don't know, knight d2? Go to knight f3 maybe?
Knight d2. The only thing is when you go back to d2, you do give black that opportunity to capture your knight, which...
yeah, but then I've got the e4 square, so...
Yeah, which is double... Yeah, so I'm not sure. Yeah, it's
all very double-edged. It's just an idea.
Queen...
I mean, I think queen g1 is probably the move you'd play, no?
Slightly better for black.
Yeah. Maybe queen g1, is that possible?
I think, did you play queen d3?
Queen d3.
Queen d3, okay. Which apparently is all right.
But knight f6, just tap the knight.
You're bringing the h knight into f6. Seems like a reasonable move, doesn't it?
Yep, that looks like normal chess.
Yeah, I don't know white's position now.
No.
Being attacked. And you just left with a lot of weaknesses.
So sometimes when you take on d5, if they have to take back with the pawn, that gives black this other strong pawn on e5. You don't have those weaknesses on d-file. I mean, I've played some of these Kalashnikov positions or Sicilians where you have this and you always want to take and put their pawn there so your d6 square's not weakened. So white has to decide what to do. I mean, do you allow them to capture? I mean, they probably capture with the bishop, but do you allow them to capture or do you take yourself?
Black's position looks so much more fluent when you swap a pair of knights, because now white's left with one bad knight on b3, and e4 starting to look a bit sensitive.
Let's say white plays here. I mean,
King e7 or something. I don't know. Just chill.
You could also consider a4 as well. And you want to play king e7, interesting move. Which also doesn't mind that move. So it's
just chill, you know.
Yeah, it feels like black has got a sort of reasonably stable position.
Yeah.
As white has to come up with a plan here as well. It's not that easy to find.
Yeah, it's hard to find a plan.
Yeah.
It's very hard to whip up a huge attack with a pair of rooks off as well.
You have to always watch out for this d5 move as well. Black might play d5 at the wrong point, and then you could be in trouble.
Yeah.
So someone said apparently Simon Williams might be losing now.
Oh, okay.
I mean, this Bazar Kutsar, I mean, I've unfortunately gone down to him a couple of times.
I lost to him in Hull.
He's a very strong player.
I lost to him at Hull, I think, whenever that was, a couple of years ago.
Oh, did you? Okay.
It was a very interesting game. It was tense all the way to the end, but he was better.
He's knocked my rating under 2,500, so I have to blame him for that. But
White seems to have sorted his pieces out and activated his queen since I last looked at this game.
Let's have a quick look at the last couple of moves. Yeah. So we looked at it around here, and it seems... And we thought knight e7 was the right plan.
Yeah.
And then trying to play for d5.
Yep.
But so I went rook e8 and then queen a4. So he's got to worry a little bit about this knight on c6.
Yeah, knight
e7.
Rook
h6, so he's actually just letting white capture on c6.
Sorry, I don't understand.
So what is the plan if white takes on c6?
Oh, he wants to double on the e file, does he?
So if white takes, presumably you're going to take back.
But I mean, I don't care about you doubling on the e file because I'm going to castle queenside anyway. I'm just out of here. Do you know what I mean?
Get the king out.
I'm just out of here. Yeah, you do what you want.
Then let's say black takes this pawn.
I don't know. Just play queen a8, take on a7, cover f2, and just say I'm a pawn up.
It feels like if you can get one more piece into the attack here, it would be very dangerous. Not quite sure how you do that.
Maybe you'll go knight d3, allowing queen c2 checkmate.
Very mischievous idea.
A possible knight b3 move suggested by Grandmaster Danny O'Malley.
Does the bar go down? Do it? Yeah.
Unless you go, can you play f3 and knight e4? Is that a plan, or I don't know? You think
I just want to take and just be a pawn up, because the a pawn is then a big long-term advantage as well. You know, I can try and swap the queens on b5 and win the ending.
It doesn't mind. They just seem to lose some advantage.
I lost some of our edge,
Let's just see if there's something stronger. I mean, what if you play a move like
I like f3 as well. It's very logical.
Yeah, it seems to quite like f3, and then you can put the... Once you've got the knight on e4, you're threatening lots of things,
I mean, knight f6, maybe another way to get mated would be bishop takes f6, queen takes f6, knight e4, queen takes b2 mate.
Yeah, bishop takes.
If we want to be checkmated,
so you can't move the knight.
If we've got a death wish, there's a...
but maybe you can play knight e4 here, can you?
That's interesting. I didn't think. Because
they can't play knight takes on account of queen takes e8.
E8.
And that is actually looking quite dangerous.
Looking quite stinky because d6 becomes a bit of a problem now. So.
But you still can't move the knight that easily.
No, but it would be check.
And
so I wanted to go bishop g7. Knight takes d6 check, right?
So, you're attacking this knight. So what does he do about the knight?
I can't go bishop g7.
Yeah, you can't. And
I can't go bishop e7.
You maybe could play bishop e7.
Bishop takes f6.
Yeah, it's just horrible, isn't it? Horrible.
Bang, bang. You show that to the masses, maybe.
Yeah, bishop e7.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, loses to bishop takes f6.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do because then the rook on e8 is hanging as well.
Ouch.
So, in fact, knight f6 is maybe not a good move. Okay, I have knight e4, but then what do you play?
I'm a bit short of options.
Because we can't get this bishop into the attack.
Okay, let me try and grovel. Can I go queen c5?
Queen c5, okay.
I'm just trying to grovel. Hates it. Computer hates it, but...
I mean, maybe
I don't like my position.
Queen a6, do you think?
Yeah. And then
you have to put the king somewhere.
It's grim. No, it's unpleasant. It's deeply
I think
unpleasant.
if it ends up like this could be...
Ouch, knight b3, delta bishop d4.
It is a check. I don't know if the check doesn't, I think. So maybe knight b3.
Well, knight's coming to a5 as well, if you're not careful.
Actually it looks quite dangerous.
Very, very
King
unpleasant.
b1 probably.
Yeah. So you've got these beautiful triple pieces on the e-file, and they're doing precisely nothing.
Precisely nothing.
I've invested what 19 of my available 31 points.
Sure.
On tripling on the e-file, and I've achieved nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit. Yeah. Bit of a dubious decision. So I mean, I guess White's going to take the knight. I can't really see what else he is considering here.
How long did Simon spend on?
So Simon, I think we have to go on a different website to see it.
Okay, doesn't matter.
But he played rook h6. I mean, I guess I can't think what else he's got to take, isn't he? So this is quite likely to happen. And then I'm not sure Simon's got any other plans here other than rook e6. The problem is, as you say, White is literally going to castle queenside against pretty much everything.
Yep.
7 minutes.
He's got 7 minutes, okay, to play rook h6.
I mean, I'm that desperate. No, I am. My rook's hanging as well. Ouch.
I was wondering if he's going to sack on e2 or something, but I just can't see that working.
No, the king's running to the queen side, isn't it?
Yeah, this looks
very grim.
Looks bad, doesn't it?
Well, on that sour note,
yeah,
Mr. Producer, I've got to go and get my train.
Okay. But
They're
anyway,
being cancelled all over the place.
Yeah, thank you very much for coming, and yeah, good luck with your FIDE election as well.
Thank you, and it will be a very interesting round tomorrow as well.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, thanks a lot, Malcolm. Thank
Bye.
you.